on. So, you Taurus have the Chariot, the Five of Cups, Seven of Pentacles, the Nine of Swords, the Ten of Wands, the Star, Queen of Cups, Knight of Wands, Page of Wands, and the Ten of Pentacles. Okay, so what I'm seeing here for you Taurus, right, is that I'm seeing that the Chariot, the Five of Cups, and the Seven of Pentacles is about how a lot of you Taurus seem to be in okay. So the Chariot, the Five of Cups, and the Seven of Pentacles, you, after giving it some time, you Taurus was trying to see if a person was serious about being in a relationship with you or not, and you found out that they're not really ready to be in a relationship really like that, because there's some things that they may have even just blatantly said or acted like they were ready at first when you found out, based upon questioning, right? Questioning them, getting to know them a little bit further, maybe even hanging around them a little bit to see who they are. You realize that unfortunately they're not whom they say that they are, or they try to act to be, right? Not every alpha, quote unquote, is an alpha, right? So the nine of swords and the Ten of Wands are really about how, since this is the case, a lot of you right now are just kind of paying attention to what they've got going on. And the Nine of Swords and the Ten of Wands is about, so this resulted in you leaving them alone, okay? Upon doing some deep thinking, you realize that these people weren't necessarily it, and that you realize that it is a good idea for you to start actually asking questions, not saying that you didn't, but ask them questions to listen to what it is that they have to say, and then pay attention to what happens, right? And like I said before, there's no need to test anybody. You know, there really is no need to test, because eventually everyone is going to get a chance to see who somebody actually is, right? Regardless of what they say. You know, the real magic, when the real magic happens, it's more so about what you say and what you do. So if those two things don't match, then what you have effectively is unfortunately, you have a mismatch. And this is why a lot of people will end up leaving a particular situation, right? You Taurus, right? The people who know what to look out for, they're going to be able to understand that this is not what the first impression that they were trying to make on you is. So that's not necessarily who they really are. They act like that at first glance, but in actuality, you have to leave, because these aren't really people that you take or you should take seriously. The Star and the Eight of Cups and the Knight of Wands represent, so this is a situation for you where the Star is now about how, since this is the case, the Star is about how what you've got going on, okay, right now is, so you've moved on towards somebody else, right? A potential new person that you either already knew, right? So someone that you could have already been talking to, or you already knew, I should say. It's not anybody that you necessarily got particularly close with, but it's somebody that you knew at the very beginning that you would when you were talking to the other person, right? Like I said before, it's all cool to play the field a little bit. What's not cool is when the two of you decide that the two of you are going to be in a relationship, and one or the both of you are still seeing another person. Then that becomes cheating, right? That becomes cheating. So the Star, the Queen of Cups, and the Knight of Wands now is about how, and this person wants to do right by you so far. But the Page of Wands and the Ten of Pentacles represents, it's a little bit too soon to tell, right? To know if the person is really being serious with you or not. But as for right now, you and this person seem to be working out quite well. Y'all are beginning to talk, and you like what it is that the person is saying to you. Now the Star and the Queen of Cups now, and the Knight of Wands. This represents the other person. It represents how this other person, number one, they a lot of them are responsible. A lot of times, people don't like people don't like responsible people. A lot of people had a mentality of, oh, well, the person is responsible, then that must mean that they're boring and all that. Good. Good. Well, are they really boring? No, not really. There really is no such thing as boring. It really just depends on what people have the mentality to get themselves interested in, right? Because the whole concept of being boring is really a mental game that one plays with themselves, right? It really just depends on what you gets you up in the morning, excuse me. And and you can very much so get excited about just about anything. It just depends on what you really decide to wake up to. And see, the thing is that with them, the Queen of Cups, the Knight of Wands, like I said before, they want to get to know you, Taurus. They want to see if you and them can give the relationship a potential one to try. I'm not necessarily going to call it a full-blown relationship just yet because, obviously you're just now getting to know them. I'm not just going to be like, oh, well, this is going to be it or whatnot. You have to actually take your time to get to know these people, right? As we all do. Because what happens when you rush a little bit, oh, wow. What happens when you rush a little bit too quickly into a said relationship, you end up matching with somebody that in essence is not a very good match at all. And this is where the drama starts. And drama that unfortunately you would not want, right? Okay, so let's get into clarifying some of these cards. Let's clarify the okay, so let's clarify the Star card. Yeah. Okay, so to clarify it, we have the Page of Swords, the Five of Swords, the Knight of Swords, and then we have the Four of Pentacles. So so this card, right? The Page of Swords, the Five of Swords, the Nine of Swords, the Four of Pentacles. This person is very serious about trying to get to know you, Taurus. Page of Swords is a person, especially on this card, is a person who's really not playing around at all. It also speaks about how a lot of you need to, well, I should say more so them. They are very serious in trying to get to know you, but at the same time, they may be a little bit too dutiful, a little bit too quickly. The Five of Swords, okay, is about how, they want something serious as well, and that they're tired of going through the same thing a lot of you Taurus do. The nonsensical, no purpose having types of interactions with other people. Not saying that, you Taurus are doing anything with these other people, but an interaction could be anything, any kind of, engaging with somebody else is an interaction, any kind of contact. So the Nine of Swords now is about how, there's this worry that they may have that you may judge them harshly and that you may not like them, okay? But the Four of Pentacles is that, but yeah, they are most definitely, they want to talk to you. It's just that right now they're trying to be as inconspicuous about that as possible because they don't necessarily want to get their hopes up, right? Be running around, super excited, trying to get to know you, Taurus, and then the next thing you know, you, Taurus, and them end up finding out that the two of you are not necessarily the most compatible. And then the next thing you know, the two of you end up breaking up because they really like you and they want to take as much time as necessary for them to get to know you a little bit better, right? They want to know if this potential relationship between you and them could go the entire mile, right? Can be long term. Let's clarify the Page of Wands. Okay. All right. Oh, wow. Okay. So the cards that I come up with to clarify the Page of Wands are the Nine of Wands, Two of Swords, the Ace of Cups, and the Seven of Wands. So the Nine of Wands, the Two of Swords, the Page of Cups, and the Seven of Wands represents how, so the Nine of Wands is about, it's about you, okay? The Nine of Wands, to clarify the Page of Wands, yeah, it's about how, how can I say this? Like, people need to essentially just get to, people just need to get to the point about who they are and not try to play you, right? Not try to mask themselves to be something that they're not, because you, Taurus, are going to see directly through that. Y'all are going to look at it and you're going to go, okay, I know what this person is doing, X, Y, Z. I can't really trust this individual. So as a result, a lot of y'all are going to know what's going on, right? And you'll leave them, you know, but a lot of people are not, especially the ones who would play games, are not really aware of who knows it and who doesn't. It's kind of a thing where they find out the hard way when they actually start to interact with other people, and then they find out, oh, this person has some real deep common sense. They're actually able to see when I'm not being as direct as I should be. And well, the Two of Swords, the Ace of Cups, and the Seven of Wands is about, as far as this person, yes, this person is a little bit guarded too, but so is everybody, okay? As long as they're not guarded to the point where it can cause a problem. But you should just take that into consideration, that everybody will be guarded, you know? Just depends on what type, like how guarded are they, you know? And the Ace of Cups and the Seven of Wands, the Ace of Cups and the Seven of Wands is about how, since this is the case, the Ace of Cups, though, is that there is something potentially happening between the two of you, where the two of you really, there is a case to say that the two of you could be getting to know each other even more, right? Getting another try at it, meaning hanging out again, right? Very soon. Because the two of you may understand that you may have a lot in common, okay? Now, obviously, the two of you do not necessarily need to have every single thing in common, but you do need to have something that is important, I should say, in common, or something that may not necessarily be important, but you can make important. Because remember, that's where the two of y'all's quality time comes from. Whatever it is that the two of you like. So if the two of you like art, two of you can get yourselves into art, taking people out to I don't know, an art exhibit or something like that. If you like music, some CDs will work. Get a person a $15 to $20, $25 CD, you know what I mean? Or get them some stuff through iTunes, you know, get them to stream. You know, now me personally, I would just go get the CD because it's a physical copy. All of this streaming stuff or whatnot that people are doing, you know, it is what it is with them. I wouldn't necessarily, you know, rock with it, but I would just go get a physical copy, you know. So let's clarify the Ten of Pentacles. Okay. All right. So to clarify the Ten of Pentacles, we have the Four of Swords, Two of Pentacles, the Death card, and we have the Page of Cups. So the Four of Swords, the Two of Pentacles, the Death, and the Page of Cups. The Four of Swords and the Two of Pentacles is, with this type of relationship, this connection that the two of you have, watch out for if there's any kind of lack of effort, because this is the Two of Pentacles is about how neither of you should be slacking on the effort. At this point in time, when y'all are getting to know each other, it's early. The two of you should be putting your best foot forward by making sure that you leave a lasting impression on the other person. And how you do that is no lack of effort. You should most definitely put your best foot forward, and the two of you should be letting each other know that the two of you want to continue to hang out. Okay? If you, Taurus, think that you aren't going to be able to put 100% effort into this, then it means that you essentially shouldn't really be hanging out with them in the first place. The Death card and the Page of Cups. Oh, wow. It's hot in here. This represents how, again, anybody who is delusional, anybody, you hang out with them the first time and you find out that there's some things, they lack, a reality check, they're a little bit delusional, then obviously you should not be hanging out with them. If the two of you understand, if the two of you understand that they may not necessarily have standards, but you, Taurus, do, obviously, you Taurus know when something is wrong. So if something seems wrong based upon they lack character, they lack something like this, then obviously you should stop hanging out with them. So that's pretty much it for now. Comment on the video, like the video, subscribe to the YouTube channel, share the video. As of right now, I'm coming up on 6,700 subscribers. I just want to say thank y'all so much. Really appreciate it. Trying to make my YouTube channel grow to 10,000 subscribers. We're almost at the goal, yo. We're 3,300 subscribers left. We're almost there. Really appreciate it. Smash the subscribe button, smash the like button, hit the notification bell, set that notification bell to all so you can be notified whenever I drop my videos. Peace.